Today is April 1st, 2018. The God of the gaps fallacy happens when someone sees a gap in our scientific understanding of the universe and concludes that God must be the explanation for the currently unexplained phenomenon. For example, at a point in human history, people believed that God was responsible for lightning. At that time, no one understood the physics of lightning. Today we have a much better understanding of how lightning works. Today we have a far more sophisticated understanding of physics than we did in the year 1700 or in the year 1000. So there is much less of a temptation to commit the God of the gaps fallacy. Saying God did it does not even explain anything. In fact, it adds more complexity to the situation. If there actually is a God and he plays a significant role in how lightning works, we would still need to understand the physics of lightning. Plus, we would need to understand the metaphysics of how God creates that lightning. But why should someone assume that physics will hit a roadblock at some point and there will be no more physics that can be done to fully understand how lightning works? Some theists are assuming that physics is ultimately incompetent in explaining how our universe works. That's an assumption. Why would anyone assume that without first understanding all there is to understand in physics? We've all heard certain theists say that a giraffe is way too complex to ever have evolved without the assistance of a god. I've heard people say that a painting has a creator, a watch has a creator, an airplane has a creator, so a giraffe must also have a creator. When a person looks at a painting or a watch or an airplane, they immediately know that these objects are products of conscious designers, not because of their complexity, but because we simply know that humans make paintings and watches and airplanes. When we look at a pencil, we know that a human must have designed it, not because the pencil is complex, but because we simply know that a pencil is a man-made object. Paintings and watches and airplanes do not reproduce, whereas giraffes do reproduce. No biologist is saying that a giraffe just magically formed out of the dirt for no reason. Evolution is a highly non-random process by which organisms gradually change over many generations. There are some random elements in evolution, but much of the evolutionary process is anything but random. There is an entire field within biology called evolutionary biology, which explains in great detail how the process of evolution works. All the people who think evolution is a myth should read a phenomenal book about the evidence for evolution, which is called The Greatest Show on Earth by Richard Dawkins. Evolution really doesn't have much to do with atheism, other than the fact that so many theists deny evolution. You don't have to be an atheist to believe that all life on Earth has evolved over the past 4 billion years on Earth. Theists have been arguing against evolution for centuries, but none of that has changed the growing pile of evidence that has accumulated over the years that overwhelmingly demonstrates that evolution is true. The truth does not care how many people deny it. The truth will always be the truth. Evolution has been a confirmed fact since the 1800s, and it has become even more confirmed now that we have a much better understanding of genetics and a much larger inventory of fossils.